In May of 2013, Adam Colquhoun, aka Oyster Boy, gathered together a group of his very best customers. This band of chefs were to travel in a wonderful RV all the way from Toronto to Eel Lake, Nova Scotia. It was indeed quite a long journey, and much fun was to be had along the way, and we bumped into some seriously interesting characters. However, eventually we reached our destination, the mysterious Eel Lake. When we got to Eel Lake, we were to learn the art of the oyster fisherman and just what it takes to get oysters onto our plate here in Toronto.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I work at Biff's. I'm the chef there. I'm here for our oyster adventure. Adam started talking about this with me in September, the Chef Congress. So it was a plan to get a bunch of chefs out, get our hands dirty, sort oysters, clean oysters, grate oysters, throw out dead oysters, eat oysters, and drink a little bit, maybe, eat some good food. So today we've done 200 bags, which is awesome. We're going to take these bags, take them out, and put them back in for some more time and some more feeding, and then we're going to get another bunch and keep going.
Paul.
Good, Jamie. How are you?
Fantastic. What are you up to right now?
Well, we're just washing all the seaweed off and getting rid of all the mussels on the outside of the net. And we're going to take it over there to the sorter so that we can get them all cleaned up and ready for sorting for those guys to grade them.
My name's John Babin, the owner of Eagle Ledge Shellfish. The name comes from Eel Lake, the south end of Eel Lake. There's a rock ledge, and the eagles, they land there all the time. They can see the fish going around and they go after the fish, so I decided to name my company Eagle Ledge Shellfish.
So did you say this was hard work, Amanda?
It's killer hard work. I appreciate oysters on a whole new level now.
I'm from Southern Accent Restaurant. My name is Tess. I'm the chef and the owner. We sell a lot of oysters in Southern Accent over the years. So Adam from Oyster Boy brought us down here and harvest the first time oysters. And these oysters are really good, so hope you could sell them in restaurants soon.
There's a cluster right there. And I see you got new growth there. Look at that. Look at all that, Luke. Look at all that new growth there, eh?
No, that's all. There's a lot of new growth.
Awesome.
New little baby oysters, right?
Yeah.
As you can see here, I'm not really helping that much to their chagrin. They have some quite heavy work on their hands, and I'm really on the boat simply to capture it by the wonders of digital video. What they're doing is they're taking these empty units from the water. They're on a line which will allow them to float just below the water line, and they're bringing them up onto the boat, the side of the boat, and then cleaning them with a rubber mallet. You'll see a lot of growth there, both seaweed and mussels for the most part, and that adds quite a bit of weight to these units where the oysters are supposed to be living. So we're taking these empty ones, theoretically empty ones, out of the water, cleaning them, then putting 4 of these mesh bags of cleaned oysters. There you go, that's the rubber mallet knocking off all of the growth of mussels and the like on there. Chef Paul Boehmer coming in with a divider there that allows the 4 mesh bags to sit quite snugly inside that floating unit, so as when there is a storm or rough waters, these bags of clean oysters are not jettisoned from these units. It's certainly hard work, that's for sure, and I'm glad I was up on the bow of the boat, not really getting my hands too dirty here. But you get the idea. That is Luke Babin of Eagle Ledge Oysters and Paul Boehmer of Boehmer Restaurants putting the clean oysters to bed.
So coming up here has been a big eye-opener for me. Just kind of seeing the process of the oyster farming. I always had a vague idea of what it entailed, but never realized the scale and the patience that it takes to farm these oysters and all the hard work that goes into it. We've only kind of scraped the surface of the actual work that goes into it, but even as it stands right now, it's quite daunting at times, and I give a lot of credit to these oyster farmers and the work that they do. And again, like I said before, the patience that goes into it. It takes like farmer we're at right now on Eel Lake is they've been farming for about 7 years, and I think this is probably their first season that they've been able to take oysters onto market, and I find that quite amazing personally.
I have to lift them over again. The way you can. Put them over here.
Is our market? Sure, yeah.
So what do you think, Oyster Boy?
I think we got about 1 millimeter of growth. See that right there? In 3 days. When they're nice and clean like that, start getting the growth. When we open them up, we'll see signs of like how they have been coping for the last 3 days. It should be a bit fatter, full of food. We had that rain. They all are nice and closed. They look good.
The past 5 days, we've had a team of awesome helpers come down from Toronto. They gave us a big hand, that's for sure. We have a lot of work here to do, but in the past 5 days I've realized it's going to be pretty well flat out for years, but it's going to be worth it, that's for sure.
See that? See, you can see the grit in the shell. That's it feeding. Come on over here, folks. Have an oyster. All right.
I'm Kyle Deleary. I'm from Canoe Restaurant. In the past 3 days, we've been here in Eel Brook, harvesting oysters, cleaning them, sorting them out, putting them back in the water to eat and get nice and plumpy for us. So when they come to Toronto, they're all ready for us.
But yeah, nothing but respect for these guys and the hard work that they do, and just great people all around. I've really enjoyed my time up here. I've never been out east before, so again, this has been quite a trip, and definitely a life experience that I'm going to take back home and really enjoy and share with everybody that comes into my restaurant. And it's a really exciting experience, and I can't wait to get back home and serve these people these oysters.
Today's a very exciting day. We're here to try the Eagle Ledge Oysters that the Oyster Adventure crew hand-picked and harvested and graded and sorted while we were on our adventure. Adam from Oyster Boy is here, and he's going to walk us through a tasting.
Sure.
And we're going to try them.
Well, the oyster is the reason I have really supported these folks over the years. 5-6 years I've been going out with never an oyster at the end of the trip, is because it's very unique growth method. Most oysters are grown in saltwater bays and estuaries with the fresh water running into the bay and estuary, and that's how they get their sweet flavor. This is grown in a freshwater lake that gets 2 massive influxes of seawater every day with a very earthy flavor on this oyster. It's a great oyster growing area because it's so secluded. If there's a big storm, you're not going to lose everything. So it's just a very unique oyster. So try it, just taste it, go for it. What do you think, folks? It's really just, this is why I'm going for this oyster, is the distinct taste profile, right? We have different, this is a very distinct from any oyster on the east coast of Canada.
We have, I'm guessing, around 3 million to take care of, and we're gonna get her done, that's for sure.